And they go, oh, it could cause cancer, could cause this, could cause death. And in certain individual, I go, yeah, but you'll be skinny.
Yeah, you had me at weight loss.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's well worth it.
Open
Go diarrhea
casket,
every
bitches.
once in a while.
And so with the holiday, not just Thanksgiving, but just in general, this is when people are doing a lot of entertaining, and you got people coming over, and you're making a big meal.
Yep.
You know, so not just Thanksgiving, but maybe it's some other kind of holiday gathering that you got. And so this is going to be a round of Gina's grad school. And today, what are you teaching us, Gina?
I'm going to teach you how not to poison yourself and your guests at your Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, so it's all about Thanksgiving food poisoning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to save lives today.
Yeah. Well, Greg, you need to pay really good attention because
I'm going to take notes.
Greg is the one who's preparing the meal.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to get blamed.
No.
So let's make sure everybody is nice and safe and stays alive. First off, a couple stats. Did you know that 91% of Americans celebrate Thanksgiving? That's 350 million people that are going to gorge on food and could end up poisoning themselves. Every year in the U.S., about 48 million people, or about 1 in 6, get sick from food poisoning. 128,000 get hospitalized.
Every year?
Every year.
Oh, my
and
God.
3,000 die, according to the CDC.
From
Thanksgiving? No, just in general.
So
Let's
wait,
not get crazy.
So what would make you die?
You
you
can
don't
die
poison
from, you can die from
Yeah.
E. coli.
Yeah, I mean,
And I thought you just
literally.
like barfed and diarrhea and
Dehydration, maybe?
Yeah, there
Uh-huh.
it is.
Well, in the
Dehydration?
latest E. coli breakout, one is dead.
Oh, no.
One
See,
died.
it does happen.
Damn.
yeah,
Well,
but
the
like, what
world
does it do? Does it just shut down? Like, what does E. coli do? Does it shut down your, I don't know,
Great
eats,
question.
eats your innards from
your
the
organs?
inside.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, what is it that makes
Well,
you
there's-
die?
there's
You feel like you want to
tons.
die when you have
Yeah.
food poisoning.
I'm glad you're bringing this up because there are tons of ways to perish when you have food poisoning because there's tons of different kinds of food poisoning. In fact, you could also get cancer from food poisoning.
You can.
What?
The World
Really?
the World Health Organization.
The World
Whores.
Health Organization.
Wow. Them whores know
You
a
gotta
lot.
listen to these horth people. They even say
Whore.
You're a whore.
foodborne illnesses are usually infectious or toxic in nature and caused by bacteria, viruses, parasites, or chemicals.
Blech.
And the chemical contamination can lead to long-term diseases like cancer. So which foods are most susceptible to making you sick on Turkey Day? Well, of course, number one with a bullet is the turkey. Big Bird can harbor salmonella, especially when it's undercooked. It's dangerous when it doesn't reach 165 degrees internal temperature. And I know people, they poo-poo this, but when left out...
Yeah, you do.
If
If
you're
it's under
gonna poo-poo
165
this.
degrees,
When left
hardcore
out,
poo-poo.
when left out for more than 2 hours, things can go south quickly. And please, for the love of God, this includes your good old-fashioned counter thaw. Do not do it. Experts warn that thawing a turkey on the counter can cause food poisoning 2 ways. Obviously, it grows bacteria just sitting out on the counter, but also you would never do that, right, Greg?
No.
Okay. Thawing a turkey on the counter can contaminate everything, your hands and the counter and kitchen surfaces.
Well, if it's out of the wrapper, but
Yeah,
what if you
right.
left it in the wrapper?
You've seen that juice leak. I can't be the only one.
Yeah,
It leaks.
it's leaky.
Yeah.
It leaks. And it'll give you salmonella, other pathogens. The USDA says you gotta put that bitch in a sink full of cold water or in the fridge to thaw before roasting. Next up, big culprit, the stuffing. As we talked about, it's particularly dangerous when it's cooked, Sammy, inside the turkey.
Really?
Yes,
do it.
because it does not get hot enough most of the time to kill the bacteria.
Really?
So if
It's
the
so good, though.
well, the oven
But does it make it taste any better? I don't think it
No.
makes it
It's
taste
just-
any better.
Have you had
Gooey.
stovetop? It's the best.
is really
well,
good.
I mean, but what I have, it's like what my mom makes is like hamburger meat with mashed potatoes and all. It's like, God, it's so good. It's not like the
In
stuff
the
that you
turkey?
can. Yes.
That sounds like shepherd's pie.
It does.
Kind of. It's kind of
Yeah.
like a Canadian meat pie, but inside the turkey.
I've never heard of such a
Yeah, so
thing.
it's different than what you can just buy at the store, and it's delicious.
Well,
It's the
Well, you
best.
Sammy's
can, look,
here
you
to
can
tell
make
the
stuffing
tale.
however you like.
Yeah.
You don't have to put it, I guess the point is, you don't have to put it inside the bird. It's going to taste the same either
No.
way.
It'll just
I
be-
think
No,
being in the
Sammy
bird
says
would give it
the juices.
a certain element
Yeah.
of flavor.
Well,
Yeah, for sure.
Sammy's still here to talk about it, but some of you might not be so lucky because if the oven temp is too low or the cooking temp is too short, it will not reach 165 degrees, and it must. And even though some people swear by doing this, Sammy, experts say you got to cook it in a separate casserole dish.
What do they know?
Next up,
Yeah.
Next up, the sides, the casseroles, the stews, the gravies, even non-meat dishes in large batches. This is when you get hit with what's called the buffet germ.
See?
This happens in
Potlucks.
That's right, large
No, thank
batches
you.
of food that sit out too long. And finally, the delicious, the scrumptious, the delectable leftovers. They get nasty when stored not in airtight containers, and people get brave by eating it more than, any guesses how many days?
A week?
5.
4.
Thank you, Greg. Eating
4.
it more than 4 days later. You can get, and that includes the pie, people. Don't leave that on the
Really?
counter. Yes.
See, we keep leftovers for a week. We're like, oh, if we
Really?
made this last Saturday,
Hell no.
I could still eat it Friday.
Oh, that's very brave.
Kind of long.
That's very brave. So what exactly are we talking about in the virus department? What's lurking in these foods? Well, here are the top 4. We talked about it. Number 1, the good old norovirus, otherwise known as the stomach flu. This little monster, super contagious,
That's
causes
what you get from like on cruise ships, right? Norovirus?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was neurovirus.
Noro. They do call
Noro?
it. They do call it the cruise ship virus.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
Noro.
a lot of puking, a lot of both ends spurting out. Number 2, salmonella. This is because of this word makes me want to throw up. The raw chicken juice.
Oh, yeah.
One drop of this can cause everything from bloody diarrhea to reactive arthritis.
Wow.
And weight loss.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, Greg's so
Cool.
stoked.
I'll take a shot of it.
And get this, symptoms can take up to 6 days to show up. So you're not even going to know how you got this bitch.
So your guests will be home by the time they get sick.
That's actually true. Yeah.
Not your
You
fault.
blame it on anything
They've
at
already
that
ate
point.
at like 5 other places.
Yeah,
Right.
blame it on the air travel. Number 3, this is a tough one. Clostridium perfringens.
So something with pooping?
Well, it's
Like
this is the
colostomy?
buffet. This is the buffet germ.
Oh.
This one loves room temperature leftovers. It's responsible, yeah?
No, I was
Oh, yeah.
saying I've been at a bazillion buffets. I'm still good.
You're still
You
here.
know?
Well, like a professional one, not like they just had one here at the radio station,
Yeah.
They did?
and that was the day that I had food poisoning.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm like, I wouldn't have participated
You
anyway.
didn't
It's just another
partake.
reminder. Having food poisoning on the holiday potluck
Yeah. Not
event
great.
day, just another reminder
Well, and professional
why I
like
don't do it.
buffets, they keep those pans nice and hot,
Yeah.
so you should be okay. But this is responsible for nearly 1 million illnesses every year. It's always around Thanksgiving. Symptoms include
Yeah.
diarrhea, stomach cramps, vomiting, abdominal pain. I feel like I'm doing a disclaimer for a new drug. Weight loss, muscle aches, fatigue, gas, and symptoms usually start within 6 to 24 hours. They last around 24 hours, but if you're really young or really old, they can last up to 2 weeks.
Yeah, see, Greg, I like when I see one of those weight loss drug commercials and they do like all the side effect stuff, and they go, "Oh, it could cause cancer, could cause this, could cause death," and in certain individual, I go, "Yeah, but you'll be skinny."
Yeah, but
I
weight
know.
loss.
What a
You had
skinny
me at weight
corpse.
loss.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's well worth
so
it.
Open
go diarrhea
casket,
every
bitches.
once in a while.
And?
Yeah.
Big deal.
And number 4, good old staphylococcus. This unwashed
What?
First of all, caucus.
staphylococcus, aka the staph infection. This unwashed hands bandit throws little parties in your intestine, and it comes free with bad hygiene. Mostly causes skin and soft tissue infection, and some people carry it on their hands when they make or serve food without washing their hands. Causes nausea and vomiting, stomach cramps, all the top culprits. So
That's
how,
common in hospitals, right?
yes,
Staph
very,
infection?
very common.
Gross.
How do you keep these pooping and puking germs off your table? I'm going to tell you right now, you got to keep food out of the danger zone. What's the danger zone?
What?
The danger zone is the temperatures between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140. So if it's right in there, the bacteria are in love with you.
Okay, so that's any room that it's in. Like,
Exactly. So you got to keep it in the fridge or in the oven, below 40 or above 140. How else do we avoid poisoning our dinner guests? Firstly, experts say, and I know people still do this, and they on comments like, you didn't wash your chicken. Don't wash raw turkey. Don't wash raw poultry.
People
I did
wash their turkey.
I
they
used
wash
to do it. I
or
thought you were
wash?
supposed to. Rinse. You're not supposed to rinse it.
Why would you rinse it?
A
Yeah.
lot of people do it. They think you're getting some of the
Yeah, I've
goo
seen
off,
people
the
rinse
grime off.
meat.
I know
Yeah?
a lot of people do this, but it creates bacteria. They call it a bacterial water park all over your kitchen, all over your
Because
sink.
the water's not
Yeah.
the
It's-
water's not the right temperature, so it probably
No.
starts to like
Exactly.
this is what I heard years and years ago. As a very young man, just starting off on my own, living on my own.
Yeah.
And I was doing something because I was like, man, I forgot to thaw the ground beef or
Right.
whatever. And I think I put it like in a hot water bath. And like, no, dude, you're kind of cooking
Yeah.
the
not
meat,
supposed to
and that's
do
gonna
that.
that's gonna make it. I'm like, oh, that actually makes a lot of sense.
But good effort.
Yeah,
on
well,
thawing.
I was thinking like, oh, okay.
Ooh,
Wait, are
No.
you not supposed to do that? If
No.
you cook it
No.
right after?
What?
Room
No.
Why not?
temperature.
That's what I do with chicken
Oh,
No.
regularly. I take it out of the freezer, I
No.
put it in warm water
Oh, no.
to thaw it, and then I put it in the
No.
oven.
You know,
Not
Sammy
supposed to do
might
that.
be indestructible because you're doing everything they say not to do, and you're
Yeah.
still here to tell
Oh,
the
maybe
tale.
that's a secret on why she's so skinny.
That's
I'm
true.
like, dude,
And why
we
she
should be
goes to the bathroom
doing.
all the
And she's
time.
pooping constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, is it because I'm cooking chicken wrong?
It's because
Dude.
you're
But
You're
I
not
check
supposed to
the
do that.
temperature of the chicken, like when after I cook it.
Of course.
Okay,
But you're not supposed
Yeah,
to
but-
thaw it that way.
But say you found chicken in a dumpster and then you cooked it, it would still be the right temperature, but you probably shouldn't eat it.
correct.
Sammy,
Oh my,
write
am
down.
I eating dumpster chicken
Yeah.
every night?
Most likely. Write down everything you do so I can follow that
We need a
diet plan.
food, Sammy, we need a food diary for you.
Yeah.
But I kind of see your point, though.
I mean, you're cooking a lot of things out of it, but some things you can't, like dumpster chicken, you probably should just leave in the dumpster.
So it's because it's creating bacteria already when it's sit. But I thought when you cook it, the bacteria goes away.
This is between you and the CDC, Sammy.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is we have a new T-shirt, dumpster chicken.
Delicious. All right. Also, the magic number for cooking your turkey is, anybody know the degrees?
No, I
168.
165.
165.
Oh.
You were close enough. And you have to measure it in 3 places: the breast, the wing, and the thigh. And again, no matter how much you like it, experts say do not cook your stuffing inside the turkey. It generally does not reach 165. It could make everyone sick.
Yeah, Sammy's mom.
And remember, leftovers are not like fine wine. They don't get better with age. You got 3 or 4 days, Woody's family, before the fridge becomes a science experiment. By the way, pets, don't just give them whatever's on your plate. A lot of herbs and essential oils and stuff that goes in this food can make animals really sick. And when you give dogs raw dough, it expands in their stomach
not
and
gonna
they
give
could make
raw
surgery.
dough.
It could make them
Yeah.
have surgery.
No, but she's definitely going to get some turkey.
Little
Oh, you gotta
Oh,
give them
little
turkey.
babies.
She's going to get some of that White Castle stuffing that we're going to have.
Oh my
She's going to get
goodness.
some of that. I've been promising her. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
going to
you
have a
can't-
turkey dinner with
Turkey.
us.
Oh, she's so excited.
Well, my dogs
Yeah.
are French, so they want the charcuterie. So
That's right.
Yeah.
And the
salamis
oyster
and stuff.
stuffing.
Like, are you
probably.
going to have a turkey dinner with us?
But lay off the
Daddy.
the extra herby stuffing because they're not supposed to have that.
Hmm.
You don't look convinced,
And
but
if
that's what the
a lot of times stuffing has onions in it.
right.
So what? My dog can eat her own turds,
Yes,
but she
Nope.
can't have some delicious
that's
stuffing.
that's
Okay.
organic.
All right.
Okay.
So in conclusion, if you stay smart and do stuff like use your trusty meat thermometer, separate cutting boards to avoid
Oh,
cross-contamination, trying to stick with the 2-hour leftover rule before sticking it in the fridge, wash your hands like you're prepping for surgery, you and your guests are going to have a good time that doesn't involve putting a seatbelt on the toilet. That was Gina's grad school. I hope you learned a lot.
Gina's grad school for Thanksgiving food poisoning. Yeah, somebody said, please mention carryover cooking. Like when you pull something out of a hot oven, the internal temperature will rise several degrees while the temperature evens out. They're arguing that turkey could be pulled out between 155 and 157. It'll go up another 8 to 10 degrees. However, I don't know if I need to do it just barely. I'll take it just barely overcooked.
Yeah,
Beyond,
that's the same. That's more for like steaks, I think.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
like
Pull 'em
well
out
done.
early.
We're talking like just barely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you do want to let your meat rest, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Because
like
the juice is reabsorbed.
I would say like
Can't
you know,
stop, won't stop.
160. Like if you take it out of 160, 162, fine. But I'm not going 155
This
to get
is
to
not-
165.
This is not the time to like channel
No.
your inner Gordon
Yeah.
Ramsay.
No,
Cook
no,
your
no.
turkey, everybody, and
Yeah.
have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
This one says, I've been violating at least 90% of Gina's contamination rules.
They're not mine. They're the CDC's.
I just wanted to wish good luck to all my relatives because I'll be doing everything all over again this week.
Oh,
Nice.
that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Where's the this other email that we got? Matthew sends us an email at thewoodyshow.com. I am absolutely disgusted by your morning show.
Oh, no.
There is a host named Gina
Uh-oh.
and an atrociously named segment called the Smart Ass Game where she got an answer wrong and had to be bleeped out.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She should know that her demeanor is inappropriate language to unacceptable on the radio.
It is
There are
inappropriate.
children and civilized beings that listen to the radio. You should all be ashamed of yourself. I demand that the host be reprimanded, hopefully fired. I'm
Agreed.
completely BSing you guys.
Oh, thank God.
See, they were kidding.
Okay.
I thought Greg was writing this email.
I love the show and Gina. It's hilarious to me how uncomfortable she makes sea bass, knowing there's a fellow Mensa genius on the show with you guys. Seriously, though, the show is awesome, and I've been listening for years. Quick power ranking has to be Woody, Greg, Menace, Sammy, Gina, Morgan, everyone else, then Seabass. That is from Matt. Thank you, Matt.
Strong
Matt.
rankings. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for not calling for my removal.
Yeah, that was a close one. You almost got fired.
Almost, yeah.